Hello, my name is Gary, and I was raised in the Western United States, so I'm a native English speaker. I hope that you will enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us.
The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Do you want to increase your income, grow in your job or business, or improve your life? Today, we're talking about the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It explains how small, consistent actions can lead to massive results over time. In short, small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals big results. The compound effect in action. You've heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race. I'm the tortoise. Give me enough time and I'll win because of the positive habits I've built and the consistency I apply to them. I'm not the smartest or fastest, but I'm the most consistent, and that's the key to success. Most people struggle to sustain consistency. I don't, thanks to my dad, my first coach. My parents divorced when I was a baby, and Dad raised me. A former football coach, he was tough. He believed you make up in hard work what you lack in talent or intelligence. If someone's better, work 3 or 4 times harder. He taught me to fix weaknesses with discipline. Miss free throws? Shoot 1,000 a day. Bad at math? Hire a tutor and study all summer. No excuses. He led by example, becoming a top salesperson, then a business owner. Dad didn't micromanage. We just had to produce results. When we did, we were rewarded. If I got good grades, he'd take me to Pring's for a 6-scoop banana split. If not, no ice cream. That motivated me. I looked up to him and didn't want to disappoint him. One of his core lessons, be the one who says no. Don't follow the crowd. That's why I never tried drugs, not because he told me not to, but because I didn't want to be ordinary. By age 12, I had a schedule that would impress a CEO. I sometimes complained, but I liked knowing I had an edge. Dad gave me a head start on success. By 18, I was earning 6 figures. At 20, I owned a home. By 24, I made over $1 million a year. By 27, I ran a $50 million company. Now, before 40, I have enough to last a lifetime. Dad says there are many ways to mess up a kid. At least mine worked. I've learned to relax more now, but I'm grateful for the discipline he instilled. The compound effect is the secret behind my success. Because of Dad, I lived it daily until it became second nature. Most people aren't taught this way. They haven't experienced the payoff. We've been sold quick fixes and fairy tales, but success comes from consistent effort. The compound effect means small, smart choices, plus consistency, plus time equals radical change. The steps seem insignificant at first. No big results, no fireworks, so most people quit early. But small actions repeated daily lead to extraordinary results. Take the magic penny example. Choose between 53 million now or a penny that doubles for 31 days. At first, the penny seems like a bad choice. Day 5, 16 cents. Day 10, 5.12. Day 20, 5,243. But by day 31, it's over $10 million. The growth is invisible at first, then explosive. The lesson? Stick with small, smart actions. Stay consistent. Give it time. That's where the magic happens. Wealth and comfort can lead to laziness. Take this story. A great restaurant opened near my home. At first, it was amazing. Friendly staff, great service, and excellent food. But as it grew successful, everything declined. The staff got lazy. Service and food suffered. The place went out of business in less than 2 years, not because of failure, but because success made them stop doing what worked. The truth is, every top athlete, musician, or entrepreneur you admire got where they are by showing up early, staying late, practicing constantly, and pushing through failures. Their success was earned through thousands of small, disciplined steps unseen by the world. By the end of this book, I want you to feel that same truth deep in your bones. Success comes from daily disciplines repeated consistently over time. List 5 to 6 small daily actions you can start doing to change your life's direction. There's 5 to 6 small, harmful habits you can stop, things dragging your life in the wrong direction. You are responsible for your actions, reactions, and results, no matter what. This mindset changed my life. I stopped blaming circumstances. If it was to be, it was up to me. Think you're just unlucky? That's another excuse. The real difference between success and failure is the choices you make. Luck isn't magic. It's preparation, mindset, opportunity, and action combined. Preparation means developing your skills, knowledge, and relationships. Opportunity often shows up unexpectedly. Attitude determines if you even see it. And when it arrives, action is what separates those who rise from those who don't. I once lost over $330,000 in a failed business. My partner squandered the money, but it was my fault. I didn't do enough research or track the finances. I chose not to waste time blaming. I learned, moved on, and took responsibility. Jim Rohn said, "The day you take full responsibility is the day you graduate into adulthood." Make today that day. No more excuses. You are free because you are responsible. Now, choose one area you want to improve: money, fitness, relationships, and track every action you take in that area. Write it all down every day. It sounds simple because it is, but that's where the power lies. When I failed financially in my 20s, I learned this the hard way. I owed $100,000 in taxes and had no idea where my money went. My accountant told me bluntly, "You're spending like a fool. Get a grip." That wake-up call changed everything. Track your behavior. Pay attention. The small choices shape your life. That's the compound effect at work. Roots and habits. The boy finally managed to pull the small tree from the ground. Then the wise teacher pointed to a towering oak and said, "Now try that one." The boy replied, "I can't." "You've just seen the power of habits," said the teacher. "The older they are, the deeper the roots, and the harder they are to remove." Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Habits are acquired behaviors that become nearly automatic. Habits shape 95% of what we feel, think, and do. We're born with instincts, not habits. Over time, we develop automatic responses. This helps us function efficiently, like brushing our teeth or fastening seatbelts without thought. Helpful habits, eating well, exercising, preparing mentally, are the foundation of success. High achievers all share strong routines. They're not necessarily more talented. Their habits make them more informed, skilled, and prepared. Larry Bird, not the most athletic player, became a legend through relentless practice. He shot 500 free throws every morning before school. His discipline made the most of his abilities. Like him, you can train your automatic responses to serve you better. This is about making up for a lack of natural talent with discipline and good habits. Any behavior repeated enough becomes automatic, and since habits are learned, they can be unlearned. We know bad habits, eating junk, wasting time, skipping workouts, hurt us, but because the consequences aren't immediate, we keep indulging. If bad habits had instant results, like a heart attack after one burger or being fired for one missed call, we'd stop quickly, but they don't. That's the danger. The effects are delayed and compounded. Small changes in daily habits lead to big results. A 1% change in a plane's course from LA to New York City will land at hundreds of miles off target. The same goes for your life. A seemingly minor bad habit can steer you far from your goals. Brian Tracy said it well. Top people have clear goals. They write them down and plan for their achievement. Everyone else just carries theirs in their heads like marbles rattling in a can. A goal not written down is just a fantasy. Today, take time to write your most important goals, not just for your career or money, but for every area: health, relationships, spirituality, and lifestyle. Don't over-focus on one area at the expense of others. Go for balance. Jim Rohn taught me, to have more, you must become more. Success isn't chased, it's attracted by the person you become. When I was single, I wrote 40 pages detailing the kind of woman I wanted to marry. Then I asked myself if I had those same qualities. Who would this woman be looking for? I wrote 40 more pages defining the man I needed to become, and I became him. Eventually, I met Georgia, the woman who matched my vision in almost every detail. To reach your goals, you must also look at your behavior. What do you need to stop doing? What do you need to start? Your habits either move you closer to your goals or further away. That's why tracking is so powerful. Most people don't know how much time they waste watching TV, scrolling social media, or following other people's lives. From personal experience, change can be hard but possible. For example, as a kid, I dreaded jumping into freezing cold water to water ski, but once in, I enjoyed it. Changing habits feels the same, uncomfortable at first, but we adapt quickly. To install good habits, daily focus for about 3 weeks helps make them automatic. One key is to add positive habits rather than only removing bad ones. For instance, a friend replaced TV time with playing with his kids. You can't see or feel momentum, but when you have it, you know it. Momentum is like Newton's law of inertia. Objects at rest stay at rest, and objects in motion stay in motion unless something stops them. Starting is the hardest part, like pushing a merry-go-round to get it moving. Once it spins fast enough, momentum keeps it going easily. Building momentum takes effort, but once it kicks in, success compounds rapidly, like a rocket breaking free from gravity. Old habits keep you stuck, but breaking inertia lets you become unstoppable, achieving more with less effort. Successful people get more successful because they have momentum. But it can work for or against you. Negative habits build negative momentum too. To build big momentum, you must make new choices aligned with your goals. Act on those choices with positive behaviors. Repeat those actions to form habits. Build routines into your daily life. Stay consistent over time. When your brain focuses on bad news, fear, and negativity, it will dwell on those thoughts all day and night. Think of your mind like an empty glass. It holds whatever you pour into it. If you fill it with negative news, gossip, and fear, your thoughts and results will be muddy and limiting. But if you flush out that dirty water with positive, inspiring, and supportive ideas, your mind becomes clear. To protect your mind, be disciplined about what you consume. Avoid negative media, cancel unnecessary subscriptions, replace radio talk with educational CDs, and limit TV to uplifting content. Instead of absorbing endless negativity, fill your mind with stories of success, health, love, and joy. You can take control by creating a mental diet. Limit negative input and actively feed your mind with constructive content. For example, listening to instructional CDs during your daily commute can transform your thinking and learning. Also, be mindful of your associations. The people you spend time with deeply influence your thoughts, habits, and success. Surround yourself with positive, ambitious individuals because their attitudes will gently guide your own over time. In short, guard what you let into your mind. Actively seek positive input and choose your company wisely to create the best results in your life. When conditions are easy, most people do well. But it's in difficult times with distractions, temptations, and setbacks that you prove your worth. As Jim Rohn said, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. When you hit a wall in your routines, that's your breakthrough moment. Push through and you discover your stronger, more powerful self. When you give a little extra, your results can multiply. In weight training, doing the required 12 reps gets results. But push past that, add 3 to 5 more reps after your max, and you multiply your gains. Those extra reps create the most growth. Arnold Schwarzenegger called it the cheating principle. After perfect form reaches its limit, slight form adjustments help you push further and maximize results. As Robert Shear once said, no idea is worthwhile if it doesn't start with wow. Nordstrom exemplifies this by offering exceptional customer service, sometimes even accepting returns without a receipt or proof of purchase. Why? Because exceeding expectations build trust and long-term loyalty. Apply this mindset to your own life. A little extra effort, more time, energy, or thought can multiply your results. Look for chances to do more than expected. Push a little further. last a little bit longer, prepare better, and deliver something unexpected. Those small extras can lead to astonishing progress. Conclusion: learning without action is pointless. This book wasn't written to entertain, but to inspire results. The compound effect works, but only if you take consistent action. Whenever you feel yourself slipping into bad habits, losing motivation, or getting off track, return to this book. Let it renew your drive. My core value is significance. I want to help others create real change. For me to succeed, you must succeed. I want to hear your success story in an email, a letter, or years from now in an airport. Ideas only matter when you act on them. Now that you know better, do better. Choose to make the next 5 years radically different from the last. No more excuses. Stay focused on small, consistent disciplines. That's where the power lies. Success isn't fast or flashy. It's about making positive choices daily, even when results aren't instant. Momentum will carry you forward if you stay committed. Here's one final principle. If you want more of something, confidence, hope, success, give it to others. Help others rise, and you'll rise with them. If this book helped you, share it with 5 people you care about. You might change their lives and yours. Without you, they may never discover it. Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing your story. To your success, Darren Hardy.